But read up on the history of Halloween and you'll find its evolution fascinating. The Halloween word means, hallowed evening, a holy evening. What we call Halloween started with the ancient Celtic festival Samhain, pronounced Samhain, celebrated at the end of the bountiful summer and autumn harvest and before the cold, dark and potentially fatal winter approached. By the 1920s, pumpkin carving was widespread across America, and Halloween was a big holiday with dressing up and trick-or-treating. Celts believed that on the night before the new year, the boundary between the worlds of the living and the dead became blurred. There's still something about kids demanding lollies from their neighbors I find unusual, when compared to what historians believe was the original tradition, the poorest citizens receiving food from families, and in return promising to pray for the family's dead relatives. So in order to appease the spirits, Scales would offer food and drink and light bonfires to ward off evil spirits and keep negativity at bay. Children go door to door, asking for soul cakes in exchange for praying for the souls of friends and relatives. The Celts would leave offerings of wine and food for passing ghosts to take rather than livestock and crops, but the church encouraged offering soul cakes instead. The Christian origin of Halloween comes from the fact that it falls on the day before the Feast of All Hallows. I loved trick-or-treating as a youngster, but wasn't really into the whole costume thing, wearing the same Grim Reaper mask for probably 6 straight years. Christians would honor saints and pray for souls who have not yet reached heaven. In the 8th century, Pope Gregory III designated November 1st as a time to honor All Saints. Soon, All Saints' Day incorporated some of the traditions of Samhain. Children went door to door dressed up as angels or demons, asking for sweets and cakes for the souls of their departed friends and relatives. By the 16th century, this practice was known as mumming or guising. Children offered songs, poetry or jokes instead of prayers in exchange for candies, cakes and other sweet items. Halloween that we experience today actually originated in the Celtic fringes of Ireland and Britain, and was adapted over the decades by Christian traditions, immigrants' conventions and an insatiable desire for candies. Halloween pranks with spooky themes took place of guising in exchange for candies. Costumes became more adventurous in Victorian ages. They were influenced by Gothic themes in literature, and children dressed as bats and ghosts or what seemed exotic, such as an Egyptian pharaoh. On October 31st, the Celtics would celebrate the festival of Samhain. Since America saw a huge barrage of Irish immigrants in 1840s, they brought their traditions to the new land. He was not let into heaven or hell, and when he died, the devil threw him a burning ember which he kept in a turnip. Other older customs were still practiced, including hollowing out turnips and carving faces on them to use as lamps, and telling fortunes or playing games with apples and nuts.